gentlemen, welcome to Field of 68's last call.
What's your go-to Applebee's order?
I don't go to Applebee's. We actually call it Crapplebee's, to be honest.
Who's the better team right now, Creighton, Marquette, or UConn?
Con.
What are you doing? What is that? Pray for fans. Oh, come on, Zach. Here we go. It's last call.
Welcome to Last Call here on Stadium and the Stadium YouTube channel. My name is Rob Doster. I have with me Coach Chris Mack. I have with me Doug Gottlieb. I have with me, unfortunately, Jeff Goodman. And we are going to be spending the next 30 minutes answering the questions that you fire away at us in the YouTube chat. So let's get to it, guys. It is officially last call. And Goodman, I'm going to put you on the spot with this one. All right. This comes from Jacob. Is UConn, when healthy, the most complete team in college basketball?
Yes, I think they are. When you talk about coaching, point guard play, shooters, bigs, mental toughness, all of it, yeah, they are.
Would either of you guys disagree? Mac, Doug?
I wouldn't vehemently disagree, but I would put Houston up there. I think they got some dogs. And I know
They don't have enough scores. I just don't think they have the number of offensive weapons. That's all. That would be the only.
Jeff, you're right, but I mean, we just watched a national championship game in football, okay? And you don't have to score that much. The other team can't score. And look, I know they just lost in Hilton. How awesome is that place? It was minus 15 outside. Minus 15. There were 16,000 people just jumping. Iowa State's good. They're just built differently, Jeff. That's really the whole thing. Like, I hate the kids' expression, I'm built different. But those two teams are built differently. One team's got a bunch of junkyard dogs and a couple guys that can really shoot. And, yeah, to answer your question, Rob, I think in terms of complete team, yeah, they're probably the most complete team. That doesn't mean they'll win it, and that doesn't mean they're the best team, but they have a little bit of everything. You know, well-coached, experienced, won national championship. They got a legit big. They got a little bit of a bench. They got a freshman who's going to develop and get better in Castle. They got wings. They can play big. They can play small. They probably have, again, but the construction of Houston is different because Houston's just a bunch of junkyard dogs, and they're like, we're just, if we throw enough in a given night, we're going to beat you, we're going to maul you. And if not, it'll be a good game, but we're going to win more than we lose.
All right, Mac, this is from David. Is it time to officially be worried about Clemson? Tonight, they lost 87-72 on the road at Virginia Tech.
A little bit. I mean, Virginia Tech, it wasn't like the place was jumping in Blacksburg tonight. And they got walloped. I mean, they couldn't guard their guards. They couldn't guard Padula, who, by the way, last two years, is he a junior?
Yes.
He's a junior, right?
Yes.
When he was a freshman,
Oklahoma
he looked
kid.
like he was 11 years old. You talk about a guy that's put some work in the weight room. And he was doing anything he wanted. He and Nickel. I was always high and have been high on Clemson. They haven't looked very good the last few games at all.
Yeah. I was
Goodman.
there the other night. Yeah. I'm worried about them a little bit. Now, again, they got grown men. But what I will say is PJ Hall in that game against Carolina missed 2 free throws at the end of the game in the like, I just couldn't believe it. And he didn't follow it up with a big night tonight. I thought he'd come out and he and Gerard would have great nights, and neither one did. Chase Hunter can't make a shot from 3. Like, I like him. And like Wiggins and Godfrey, like Wiggins has talent, but he just doesn't seem to like put it together. Like, I don't know. I just hope they don't do another tailspin like they did last year.
I think they're better than that.
I think they're better than that.
They're better. No, they're better in the leagues, probably worse. But again, Mac, like like once you start losing a few, you lose your mojo a little bit. And I think PJ Hall's lost some of that mojo right now. Gerard has lost a little bit of that mojo where every shot seemingly like, and the thing with Gerard, he's still trying to get used to like how they're utilizing him is so different than how Boeheim, used him at Syracuse.
Let him go.
Yeah, he was literally, he could do whatever he wanted at Syracuse. Had the ball in his hands all the time, like let it fly.
They don't run any, they run single double and high ball screen and 2-3 zone. And they don't do shoot arounds and they don't scout. So you have to play real basketball. It's kind of hard. Look, guys, I think there's a couple parts to it. Okay, first, again, older group of guys. Other people are going to start to catch up to you. It's also conference play on the road. Let's just be honest. It's freaking hard. You know, Kansas found out. Like Central Florida, yeah, it's hard. Oklahoma got popped by TCU. Okay, it's hard to win on the road. Unless you're Louisville. I mean, we know, they just walk into Miami and march away with a win. But the point is, I think there's some other factors. But Jeff, you actually made your first really good point of the night, which is like when you get somebody is a real thing because teams can lose confidence. And Brad's been doing it forever. But Mac, you can speak to this now. It's like, okay, if we try and practice our way out of things we're not doing right, then do we not have our legs for the games? But if we don't work on, like, we can't just watch it in film and not correct it. So there's like a magical mix there with guys. And like, you got older guys, you can't really browbeat them, beat them up. Like, it's not.
They've heard it.
It's more of a collective effort when they're older because they're not as scared of you as they are, when they're
they've already heard that.
Yeah, already heard all that shit. Yeah.
All right, Doug, I'm coming right back. All right, Doug, I'm coming right back to you on this one, man. This is from George. Since you are our official Big 12 guy right now, has the Oklahoma bubble officially popped after tonight's loss at TCU? They went on the road. I don't have the final score in front of me, but they were down by
90 to 81.
90 to 81.
90 to 81.
Has the bubble popped?
What was their bubble? Oh, 80-71? Sorry. It was a 9-point game. I think they're good. I don't think they have three big guys. Like Hughley, he can't play long enough. He can't guard anybody. The kid who starts from Wofford's a nice player, but he was a backup at Wofford. Like, I think they're patching holes inside, and I think that's going to get exposed in the league because there are some teams with some pretty good big guys. I think Jalen Moore is okay. I think Oweh's really good, but he's not yet. He's like a year away from being one of the 5 best players in the Big 12. And then McCollum's really good, and the point guard's really good. So, yeah, are they like a top 10 team? Like, no. But are they – have they fixed themselves compared to where Porter had them last year? Yeah. They're playing differently. They're playing faster. They're good. They're an NCAA tournament team. I don't believe they're going to win the Big 12, and I don't think anybody thought that. But they're much better than they were or they're perceived to be. Has their bubble popped? Yes. If you thought they were a legit top 10 team when they hopped in the top 10, their bubble has popped.
Can Porter do well enough? Can Porter do well enough to be in the equation when Michigan opens?
I don't know what Ward Manuel will look for. Can he? He took Louisville, Chicago to the Final Four. I'm like, look, there's gonna be some good jobs open. I mean, does he do DePaul?
No. Why? No. Hell no.
I don't think so. But again, everybody believes he wants out. He don't want to go to the SEC.
It's career suicide.
Okay, so Michigan, Louisville, and then and what comes open after Michigan, Louisville, and West Virginia, right? Those are 3 big, high-paying, high NIL, 2 at least are high NIL jobs.
Yep. We have plenty more to get.
Carolina plays Oklahoma.
Carolina beat them.
Listen, we have plenty more to get to when we get back, including whether or not a 16 is going to be the one this year. I'm going to ask these guys that question. Welcome back to Last Call here on Stadium and the Stadium YouTube channel. Jump in the chat, ask us questions. My name is Rob Doster. I got Jeff Goodman. I got Chris Mack. We will have Doug Gottlieb back here in just 1 second. There you see is a painting of some nice flowers. I think we have a couple roses there, a couple daisies.
He's got a great collection in his house.
Yeah, and over there on the left is a beautiful landscape of the breaking waves of the ocean. The first question that we got comes from our producer Trevor. He wants to know what's on the menu tonight, Mac. What are we snacking on? Animal crackers. There you go. Hey,
good,
look,
right?
how mad does your wife get when you start going into the kids' snacks? Because I know those are your kids' snacks.
You know what? I actually had a buddy of mine that came in town, and I guess I told him I hadn't eaten an animal cracker in like 30 years. He said, "Well, you're missing out." He had like two of these big things in his car, and so he left one of them in the house, and it was full yesterday. So I got to do some more cardio.
All right, Goodman. This is a real question. It comes in from Clint. I don't know if it's our man Clint Sterner or not, but are you worried about Memphis after back-to-back tight wins against opponents that you would think probably should be overmatched?
Yeah, but I think some of their players are the type that when they see UTSA on the slate, you know, they might have gotten up late for that one. You know, maybe taking a nap in the afternoon, and Penny had to go over and wake him up. I don't know. I mean, like UTSA is terrible. At least they didn't lose, right? I mean, obviously you should have won that one. You should have won it convincingly. Am I a little worried? Yeah, but like Memphis has played so well this year and done so much better than I thought they would do. And again, you know, Providence and Wisconsin did this a few years ago, and they kept winning close games. And there's something to be said for that too, because you're going to be in plenty of close games. Maybe when you get in the NCAA tournament and consistently winning them against whoever, I think can help you.
Hold on, Goodman. Are you telling me that Memphis is now the luckiest team in America? It's not Providence anymore. It's now Memphis.
Yes,
They've
that's what I'm telling you. They're
right.
taking the mantle. We need the shirt. We need the new shirt with the luckiest team in America. Gottlieb, what are you bringing to the table?
Yeah, a little Topo
Chico. There you go.
But that's a hard seltzer one. Have you guys tried this? It's like a probiotic soda. I don't know. I'm not a soda guy. I've heard this is like decent for you.
I've seen them.
Dark chocolate.
Ooh,
Tony's dark chocolate.
that sounds good.
Yeah.
Are you in Raleigh?
All right.
Are you in Raleigh?
I know I'm in Chapel Hill. That's where the graduate is.
No, I didn't know there was one there.
Yeah.
All right,
Right in
Goodman. I'm
Franklin?
hitting you with this question. It's coming.
How come you're staying in your grandmother's room?
That's the design of the place.
What the hell?
Supposed to be down home.
All right.
Oh, it's
Goodman,
down home, all right.
What's more likely to happen this year, Jeff? A 16 seed beats a 1 seed, or a double-digit seed makes it back to the Final Four?
Double-digit seed makes it back to the Final Four. Those 16 beaten ones, like, I mean, it's happened twice, I know, in the last few years. I don't think it happens again this year. But again, like, you look at Kansas gets a 1 and they shoot 2 for 25 from 3. Who knows? I would say a double-digit seed get back to the Final Four would not surprise me at all. Where a 16 beating a 1 would shock me.
Well, I'm just going to say that Purdue looks like they're on track to be a 1 seed again this year. So you never know. Doug, this comes in from 82 Atlantic. He wants to know what's going on at Oklahoma State and what's going on with Mike Boynton and how does he turn this thing around?
Should be Baylor. They outplayed Baylor. They did a great job there, but I mean, you name it, how you lose the game late, fouling on a 3-point shot when you're up 4, missing free throws, missing free throw box outs. Eric Daly brought the ball up the court once, the freshman, to try and take Javon Small. They're up 61-59 in overtime. Eats his pocket pick. They get a dunk. I mean, they're playing some young pieces and don't know how to win, and then they didn't guard at all last night. I don't remember a stop in the second half against Texas Tech. And they were up 21-10 to start the game, and then you blinked, and they were down like 34-22. So, bench is not great. I think he was limited at some point by NIL. He lost Boone to the portal.
They're at you wouldn't dig in your pocket because you're so cheap. You wouldn't dig in your pocket for him.
No, I give my time, not my money.
He needs more than your time. He needs your money.
Hey, time's the most valuable commodity on earth.
No, not to him right now. Trust me, if he had his pick, Gottlieb's time or your money, he will take your money.
No doubt. Again, it's a completely different narrative. They lost 5 games by 2 points or less. They just don't know how to win. They don't know how to win. Playing some young guys. They're a very 3-point. Went from being top 5 defensive team in the country to an elite shooting team. I think they overcorrected in terms of shooting as opposed to overall athleticism with the new roster, and they're playing too many young guys they're starting 2 freshmen. That's really hard to win in any league, especially the Big 12. So he's owed 9. And then I think you put the staff together, that's probably $1 million as well. So they don't have that kind of money. So I don't think he's in nearly the trouble that their record or the freak out on social media. Is it good? No, but I don't think it's. And he's gone through these before where they start out slow and then he finds a way to win. He keeps them going. Their offense looks better. The ball didn't go in as much as it should have against Baylor, and they still could have won. I don't think the schedule makers did them any favor. Now they go to Tech, they lost. Now they got Iowa State Saturday. Yikes, then Kansas at home. So the hope was you go 2-2. Now you're just like, can you win 1? But I don't think they're going to fire him. I don't think it's there.
Hey, Jeff, how significant would this Sean Jones injury be if it ends up being bad for Marquette? We saw him go down late in the second half. Didn't look good. We don't have any information on it yet. And Chase Ross is he's going to be reevaluated later this month with a shoulder injury. That's 2 important pieces that down.
No, Sean Jones is huge for them because he brings that energy, on the defensive end. He brings it. And, he can create a lot of transition buckets for them. And, again, he gives them a guy you can put him on anybody on the perimeter, and he can lock them down. So they can ill afford to lose.
Yeah, I agree. They don't have the depth as it is, and with Tyler Kolek already struggling, they got to be elite defensively, and I just don't think that they can be elite defensively without Chase Ross and Sean Jones available. Injuries suck, man. Any take on that, Mac?
I mean, he's an electric spark off the bench. They're going to miss him. Hopefully, it's not as bad as it looked, but he's a difference maker when he's playing well. And Oh.
You know, it's last call when we have Gottlieb over here hammering hard seltzers and Mac hammering animal crackers. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Last call here on the Stadium app and the Stadium YouTube channel. We are answering your questions. We're going to be here for about another 8 minutes. Rob Doster, Jeff Goodman, Chris Mack, Doug Gottlieb. And Doug, Chris, this is the most important question that you guys are going to be asked tonight. And I need your honest answers. I need your honest opinions. No holds bar. This is last call. This is the last segment. You got to give me the honest to God truth. Mac, we're going to go to you first on this. How bad would a Jeff Goodman first pitch be at a Major League Baseball game?
Bad. Like horribly bad. Like maybe not like sideways, but it would not reach the plate.
Yeah,
I had a good
agree.
friend of mine that worked the grounds crew at the Cincinnati Reds, and she said that 80% of first pitches bounce. And after seeing Goodman and some of the things he's done athletically around us, Rob, I can honestly say that there's no chance in hell he'd be able to make it there on the fly.
Doug, do you think it would be more like a pitch or would it be more like him bowling?
I think he would throw it, but I think it's a lot like I've never seen Jeff run, but I kind of have the same feeling. Like if I see him run, I'll lose all respect for him. You know, Jeff, when you played Little League, what position? Right field, right? Right field. Short. You didn't play short.
Yeah.
Bullshit. No way. Shortstop.
You're muted. You're muted.
Or the coach
You're
itself.
muted.
Yeah, we did it on purpose, Mac. He's muted, so we can't respond to this. So we can have an honest conversation about what happened without him dominating.
I threw out first pitch. It was tailing inside, but definitely across the plate.
All right.
He would skip it.
Yeah. Part two of this question.
All
right. If he went to one of those minor league baseball stadiums and did the test to see how hard he could throw, I'm setting the over under at 46 miles per hour. You taking the over or the under?
Over.
What was it?
46.
Over, but you know what? You went to Vegas on those odds. Those are pretty good. That's a pretty good percentage in terms of like.
Am I still muted? Am I still muted, or can I talk?
No,
I'm back.
You're better when you're muted. You're
I think I could throw. I think I could throw probably in the low to mid 60s.
Oh my
but
God.
I will tell you this. There's no way I would not throw a solid first pitch. No way. Now again, I moved from third to first about 3 years ago, so it's not going to be beautiful.
Oh God, Trevor, mute him.
First.
All right, and he's gone. We have to unmute him for this question because I think it's. I'm not sure who it's coming in from. I believe it's from someone named Jeff. It is, what was Chris Mack's most forgettable night at the blackjack table? Is that a no comment, Mac?
I've had a lot of forgettable nights and some unforgettable nights.
Unforgettable. No, it'd be unforgettable.
Yeah, I choose more of the unforgettable nights.
All right, what
Hey,
was it?
I have a question, Mac. I got a question for you. No, seriously, when you're having a bad run at a blackjack table, are you the kind of guy that just says, "F it, I'm gonna split tens and get it all back"? You know,
No.
you try and cheat steps to
No.
get it back.
I would do that when I was winning and if I'm getting real aggressive. I will not do that if I'm going down with the ship. No.
Have you ever split
I keep
tens?
trying to play the
Have
cards.
you really
I have.
Get up. I'll get up and go to a different table.
You got like a 3 showing, and you think
You
space
split
cards are coming?
tens?
Yeah,
Don't split tens.
No, I would never split
can't.
tens. I would never.
I split
I
tens.
can't. If you did that, Doug, I would honestly, I might punch you at the blackjack table.
Okay, we'll go play
Splitting-
blackjack. You go ahead and punch me.
Splitting tens.
That's in self-defense. I get to punch you back. No problem.
I can't believe you split tens.
Yeah, I've done all. I'm the opposite of Mac. Like it's going bad. I'm like, I got to get it back, and then it sometimes snowballs the wrong way, and sometimes I get it back. And then I get super conservative again. I'm actually usually really conservative. Then when I go down, I go down in flames.
Hey, Mac,
You got to press
Mac,
when
can I-
you're winning.
Matt, can I tell any of the story of you in Vegas?
Yeah, I don't care.
So we left Mac at, I don't know, 9, 10 o'clock, a bunch of us to go to a club in Vegas. We were at Cosmopolitan. And we went up.
Because I didn't
don't
go to
remember
the
who else.
club. I don't go to clubs.
We tried to get Mac to go to the club. I go once a year, or used to go once. And we come back down maybe an hour later, and I think Mac was down a lot. I don't know the exact figure, but he was down a lot. And then I think come back again. It's maybe 3, 4, 5 in the morning. I go to bed. Mac's still at the same spot. All right. So 9 o'clock, it's now 4, 5 in the morning. And now Mac's up big. He's up huge. So I go to bed. I get up for an 8:30 in the morning game in Vegas. And I have a coach text me. He goes, I just saw Mac coming into my hotel, 8:30 in the morning. Mac was on a heater. Now, I hope Christy doesn't hear this.
Unforgettable ones.
It was 9 till what time? 8:30.
Probably 9 to 8.
How much you
9
win?
to 8. I can't
Enough
remember.
that he's not going to answer the question.
He didn't
And this
declare
is
it. He never declared the
68 after
taxes.
dark.
I don't have to
Last
declare.
call on Stadium.